Our lesson of today is the probability. Attention with me. Let's go. The first example, complete by write certain possible or impossible. Okay? Attention with me. It is certain or possible or impossible to draw a black ball. Can I find black ball in this dish? Yes, mister, I have. So that I will write possible. Excellent. Next one. It is it is possible or impossible or certain to draw a white ball. I have four white balls, mister. This possible. Excellent. Number three. It is possible or certain or impossible to draw a green ball. I haven't a green ball here, mister, so that it will be impossible. Excellent. Number four. It is point possible or certain or impossible to draw a ball. I have nine ball here, mister. All of them are balls, so that it will be certain. What's the meaning of certain? It's mean مؤكد. Question number two. If a container holds five black balls and four white balls, one ball is drawn randomly. Randomly it mean عشوائي or بشكل غير منظم. The probability of the drawn ball being black. What's the probability of the drawn ball being black? Black ball, so that I will count black ball at first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is 5, mister. Excellent. So that when I write the probability, I should write it on fraction. On what? On fraction, mister. Sorry, attention with me. How many black is 5, mister? Okay. Over what? Over number of all balls. Let's go to count all balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All of them are 9 balls? Yes, so that's the probability of black. It will be 5 over 9. 5 over what? 5 over 9. 5 over what? 5 over 9, mister. Okay. Number 2. The probability of the drawn ball being white. Oh, mister. I will count white and write the number of white over the number of all balls. Excellent. So that it will be, can I write it? It will be 5 over 9. No, mister. The number of white, not 5. The number of white is 4. So that I will write 4 over 9. So that's a probability of white ball. It will be 4 over 5 over 9, sorry. Because number of white is 4, I write in numerator. And the number of all balls are 9, so that I will write it in denominator. Number 3. The probability of the drawn ball being red. Mister, I haven't read here. So that it will be, can you tell me? 0 over 9, mister. Excellent. 0 over 9 equals 0. This impossible probability. Excellent. Let's go the next one. A box contains 20 balls. 9 of them are green. Attention with me. 9 of them are green. 6 of them are red. And 5 of them are blue. If a ball is drawn, attention with me, the probability of the drawn ball being red. Okay, mister, at first I should know the number of red ball. Red ball, now 9 green, 6 red. Yes, the 6, he tell me 6 red. So that the fraction will be 6 over what? Huh? Over 9? No, mister. The all balls are 20, so that it will be 6 over 20. Excellent, excellent, grade 4. Mister, this isn't in the simplest form. Excellent. So that I should divide it by 2 up and down. Excellent. 6 divided 2 equal what? Equal 3, mister. 20 divided 2 equal what, mister? Equal 10. So that it will be equal 3 over 10. Mister, I can write it in decimal. Yes, excellent. It will be 0.3. So that's the probability of red ball. The number of red is 6 and all ball 20. 6 over 20 it isn't in the simplest form. I divide by 2 up and down, it will be 3 over 10, and I can convert it to decimal and write it 0.3. Okay, next one. The probability of ball blue, mister. The number of blue is 5, mister. So that the answer will be, who can tell me? It will be 5 over 10. 5 over 20. Attention, because who can tell me? Because the number of all ball are 20, so that the number of blue over the number of all ball. Mister, I can divide it. This isn't in the simplest form, so that I can divide it by 5 up and down. It will be 5 divided 5 equal 1, and 20 divided 5 equal 4, mister. So that the answer will be quarter 1 over 4. If you want to convert it to decimal, you should multiply up and down, multiply 25, and the answer will be 0.25. If you want, sorry, 0.25. If you want to stop here, you will take the full mark of the question. Okay, the next one. The probability of the drawn ball being green, mister, is 9 here, so that the answer will be 9 over 20. 9 over 20, mister. 9 over 20 in the simplest form, so that I don't divide it by any numbers. The next one. The probability of the drawing being white. Mister, I haven't white. I will revision. At first I will revision. 9 green, 6 red, 5 blue. I haven't white, mister, so that the answer will be 0. The answer will be what? 0. This is impossible event or impossible probability. Okay, number 4. If a container holds 4 blacks and 3 white balls, one ball is drawn randomly, the probability of black, of white, of red, solve, divide, depend on yourself, and I will solve the next example. Attention with me. The example of die is very important to the next years. If you throw a dice or die once time, what's the probability of seeing? Attention with me. What's the numbers of the dice? The number of dice, mister, are? Who can tell me what's the number of dice? His Mister is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, Miss 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, Mister. The number of dice are 6 numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that the number 1, 1. Now he wants the probability of number 1 on the upper face. Okay, attention with me. Now I have 6 numbers, so that when I write fraction, I should write in the denominator what? Write what? Write 6, Mister, because all of number are 6. 1 is one number of the 6, one from 6 numbers, so that I write 1 over 6. Okay, if he want, if the number 4 on the upper face, it will be 1 over 6 to Mister, because this only one number from 6 number. It will be 1 from 6 numbers. Okay, Mister, he want from me now. He want from me now the number 7. I haven't number 7 in the dice, so that the answer will be what? 0, Mister. Is impossible. Excellent. The number 6 on the upper face. It's very easy, Mister. It will be 1 over 6, because it's only one number from 6. It will be 1 over 6. Okay? Okay, attention with me. Now he wants odd number in the upper face. Oh, Mister, what's the odd number here? Attention with me to write the odd numbers. Mister, the odd numbers here, I have 1. 1 is odd, Mister, so that I should write 1. Okay, Mister, 2 is even. No, I don't write it. 3 is odd, so that I should write 3. 5 is odd, Mister. 4 even. 5 odd. Excellent. Okay, 6 is odd. No, Mister. It is only 3 numbers. When he want from me odd, now 1, 2, 3 numbers, Mister, so that I can't write it 1 over 6. Attention, Mister. I should write 3 numbers from 6 numbers. Excellent. Mister, it isn't in the simplest form. I should divide it by 3 up and down. So that's the answer, Mister. 3 divided 3 equal 1 and 6 divided 3 equal 2. So that's the answer, the final answer, equal half. Mister, why you write the number in the simplest form? This is the important step. You should do it. You should do it. You should do it and write it in the simplest form. The next one. An even number in the upper vase. What's the even number in the dice? Attention with me. The even numbers, Mister, are 2 and 4 and 6. So that, who can tell me this? How many numbers? This is 3 numbers, Mister, so that I should write 3 over 6. This is the simplest form? No, Mister. So that I should divide it by 3 up and down, and the answer will be equal half, because 3 divided 3 equal 1 and 6 divided 3 equal 2. Number 7. The number of greater than 6 in the upper face. Mister, I haven't number greater than 6 in the dice, so that the answer will be 0, because I haven't any number greater than 6. Okay, Mister. the number smaller than 6 on the upper face. Pay attention with me. All how many numbers less than 6 is 5 numbers, mister. So that you should write. You can tell me 5 over 6, mister. It will be 5 over 6 is 5 numbers from 6 numbers in dice. Okay. The number smaller than 1. Mister, I haven't any number smaller than 1, so that the answer will be 0. Excellent. This is the important example of dice. Okay. Next one. In a class of 40 pupils, 23 are boys and 17 are girls. What's the probability of the absent pupil being a boy? Mister, it's very easy. Now I have number of boys 23. So that the numerator it will be 23. And the denominator equal 40, mister, because all of them, all pupils equal 40, so that I should write 23 over 40. It's very easy, mister. Okay, it's very easy. The next one. What's the probability of absent being a girl? Mister, girl, the number of girls are 17, so that I should write 17 over number of all pupils. It will be Mr. 17 over 40. Excellent. Excellent. 17 over 40. The next one. Pupils 50. Number of boys 30. One day, one of the pupils was absent. Attention to solve it. Okay. Number of boys 30. Who can tell me number of girls? Is 20, mister, so that you should complete depending on yourself. Number of boys 30 and the number of girls will be 20 because 50 minus 30 equal 20. Okay, and solve it depending on yourself. Kamal spun a coin 100 times. He got hit 45 times. What's the probability of getting head or tail? Okay, attention with me. The probability of getting head, mister, he get head 45 times. When I do subtract 100 minus 45, it will be 55. So that the tail will be 55 and the head will be 45. So that when I want the probability of head, the number of head are appear is 45, so that it will be 45 over what? 45 over 100, mister, because number of head is 45 and the number of all spoon is 100, mister. It isn't in the simplest form. Can you get the simplest form? Okay, yes I can. I will divide it by 5 up and down. When I divide it by 5 up, 45 divided 5 equal what? Equal 9, mister. And 45 divided 100 divided 5 equal what? Equal 20, mister. So that you should write the fraction in the simplest form. Okay? 45 over 100 it isn't in the simplest form, so that I divided by 5 up and down. 45 divided 5 equal 9, 100 divided 5 equal 20. The probability of getting a tail, who can tell me? Mister, it's very easy, because the number of tail, I get it from 100 minus 45, and the answer will be 55, not 45, mister, it is 55. 55 over 100, can I divide it by? It is the simplest form or not? It isn't in the simplest form or not? It isn't in the simplest form, mister, because 55 and 100 I can divide it by 5. So that, mister, when I divide 55 by 5, it will be 11 over, who can tell me? 100 divided 5 equal 20, mister, and 11 over 20 in the simplest form. Okay, I will skip number 9. Solve it, depend on yourself. And I will solve number 10. The figure opposite shows a disk divided into equal sectors numbered from 1 to 10. The probability of pointer pointing at the sector of number 2. Okay, number 2. How number 2 is one number or two number? Is one number, mister. So that the answer will be 1 over what? How many sector I have? I have 10. So that the answer will be 1 over 10. Okay? Okay, mister. The probability of the pointer pointing on a sector more than 8. More than 8. How many numbers more than 8? Is 2, mister. 9 and 10. So that the answer will be 2 over 10, mister. It's two numbers from 10. Okay? Okay. Number 3, the probability of pointer pointing at a sector of number less than 8. How many numbers less than 8? Is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. The 7 number, mister. So that, mister, the answer will be what? It will be 7 over 10. Mister, I can write the first one by decimal number. Yes, you can, but if you don't write in decimal, you will get the full mark. Okay? And number 2, mister, I can write it in the simplest form and I can write it in the decimal. If you write it in the decimal, it will be 0.2. And if you write it in the simplest form, it will be 2 divided 2 equal 1 and 10 divided 2 equal 5. Excellent. Number 3 in the simplest form, mister, but I want to write it in the decimal, so that will be 0.7. Complete this question, depend on yourself, and I will solve this complete. The probability of impossible event equal what? Impossible event, mister, equal 0. Okay? Impossible event, mister, equal what? Equal 0. Okay? So that's the answer of the first one, equal 0. Number 2. The probability of certain event. What's the meaning of certain event? It mean what? It mean مؤكد, mister. So that it will be equal, the certain event equal what? Equal 1, mister. Certain event equal 1. Okay. The sum of probability of all possible events. Oh, mister, this sentence, it mean the same meaning of number B, the probability of certain event. So that it will be the same. It will be, mister, it will be the same answer. So that the sum of probabilities of all possible events equal 1. Okay, okay, mister. The probability of appearance head when tossing a coin. The probability of head, mister, I have in the coin head and the tail. So that the answer, it will be, when I want head, I have two things. When I want head, it will be 1 from 2. But if I want tail, it will be 2, 1 of 2, mister. So that the answer, it will be have probability of appearance head or tail. It will be, when I want head, it will be have. When I want tail, it will be have, mister. So that I should write have here 1 over what? 1 over 2, mister, because this is head. Okay, okay, mister, I have finished. I hope you understand me and solve homework. Depend on yourself. Thank you, grade 4.